Here we go. Week in review. Final week of the Open. 24.4. It's happening. Let's go. But before we get into the Open business, let's get into our bright spots of the week. I have a little system that I've created that my coaches are using, and it makes my life really easy. So we'll start off with Monday morning. Rich, we want to give you a shout out. He's just been crushing it the last year. This whole year he's been destroying it. But 24.3, big push on the thrusters. Well done, Rich. We had a little squeeze there and we were jealous of your technique. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Ryan will kill me. Boom, boom. Then we'll move on to Tuesday, and I want to give a shout out to Leo, who was hitting some banger squats, great depth, great intensity, and then great positions as well. And then I also want to give a shout out to Jezza, who has the most epic grinders in our density squat training, which has just been unfathomably awesome to watch, and exactly the type of intensity that we want to hit out of those squats. Watch Jezza. That's how hard you should be training if you want to get better at squats. Wednesday, let's give a little shout out to Micah, the whole Short Cross family, demolishing this week's bright spots for being very coachable and working on developing his low back. And I'll double down on that on Friday night. His back position was looking really nice in the Max Out Fridays. And then let's throw it over to Danny as well on Wednesday for nailing some kipping handstand push-ups and then proceeding to do a set of 10. And then going, oh, it's easy when you kip them. Yeah, it is. And then also on Wednesday, Zacky's put in a comment here of Jimmy coming in hot with the shaved lid. So Jimmy rolling new do. I love your enthusiasm, Jimmy. Thursday, big shout out to Big Sammy, who is just a weapon on the rower, really destroying the intensity. He has the body for it. Tall, long, strong pulling power, but he also throws down the technique and intensity on top of that, so puts in some ripper numbers, bashing out the rower on the Thursday. There was some the Thursday rowing repeats I thought might be a bit of sort of chill word, but it came out as an absolute beast of a day. Well done. Friday notes in the morning, Rich is hogging it again. Rich and Marker, RX Cindy, kicking butt, and then Diane and Tuscan had also solid shapes on the workout as well on Cindy. And then I coached the rest of that day. That was from Ray's notes as well, and there were a lot of fantastic ones, but I want to give a specific shout out to old Maxi, who was hitting that workout strict. My boy, I hit it strict as well, but with really beautiful positions as well. So good job, Maxi. I appreciate it. Maxi's going to have a fantastic year. I can see it from here. A few welcomes to the gym this week. We had a couple visitors on Saturday. We had Mercy come and visit, a friend of the gym from a little while back. And then Sam, Craigie's son, who is now just a monster of a human being. Like, what the hell? I literally did not recognize him coming in and throwing down in front of his dad, which is so cool. I want that to happen one day. I want me and my son to throw down in a workout face-off. I hope he beats me, but secretly I want to make that as hard as humanly possible. Hope the lighting and the framing is good today. Just a reminder, Easter is this weekend coming up. So we're going to run 9:15s on Easter Friday, Easter Monday, normal classes on Saturday, so 8 and 9. I'm running all of those. Tommy is away from Wednesday. He's here on Monday, and he's away for 3 weeks from Wednesday. And so it'll just be Zach and myself for the next 3 weeks. Cool. And then speaking of Zach, Zach has decided to part ways with CrossFit Barwon. As we all know, he has a lot of things going on. He's got a few businesses going on, and he's trying to really develop those type of businesses. So Zach has decided to really hammer down on those type of things, his business. And for him to be able to do that, he needs a bit more time on his hands, and that time has to come from the gym. So we'll be saying goodbye to Zach as of, he's not going to leave me in the lurch. Good man. I appreciate that. But as of the 27th of April, Zachy will still be around for the next 5 weeks. 27th of April is going to be his last day. So we'll make a fun Zach workout. I'll get him to program it on that day and he'll coach, and that'll be his last day coaching with us as a employee. He'll still be around in the part of the community, which will be nice. He'll still float around in those bits and pieces, but Zach will be stepping away from coaching from that point on. Speaking of coaching, programming, the program will be carrying on density training. We hit a second repeat today with density training with our power cleans, and it was absolute chaos in the 9 o'clock class. Good chaos. and one of those things where just bars crashing everywhere, which is mad fun to see. And I very much appreciate everyone's intensity and efforts towards this density training. I encourage you to get on the Discord and play around with commenting on there and building that community a little bit. I kind of like that chat group. A couple more things before I talk about the open. Thing number one is that I had a talk with someone this week who was saying they had a little bit of a sore knee, and I said, cool, let's change the movement to this, no drama. And then I asked the question, how long have you had this sore knee? And they said 2 months. And so I want to double down on my injury talk that I had a couple weeks ago and say, if you have any niggles at all, tell us immediately. Don't wait 2 months, because if we catch them very early, sometimes it can be very simple to fix. It can be a simple intervention. Hey, do this 30 seconds per day and you'll be fine. But once it gets worse and worse and worse, the intervention takes longer to fix. Okay, so sore knee, for example, 2 months. Now it's probably going to take 2 months to heal on the tail end, whereas if we got it on day 2, probably could have taken a week and then it would have been sorted. Cool. So if you have any injuries, do not hesitate ever to tell us that injury. And then last thing before I get into the open stuff is Lost Property t-shirt that has Whistler on it and a little umbrella, colourful rainbow. I think that's all Lost Property. In fact, I know that's all Lost Property because I'm in the gym right now and it's crazy clean. Excellent. Now, the open. Who has won the trophy? Is anybody's guess. Is it Team Zach? Is it Team Tommy? Now I know because I've already figured it out and I haven't given away yet, but I'm going to build the suspense as we go, and I'm going to talk about all the things with the open that I wrote down first as we go. I want to acknowledge every single person that went through the open. Do you know when you have team events and they announce every single person and you have to stand there and clap for all the one? I'm going to do that. Cool. Let's start with Tommy. We all love Tommy. He absolutely demolished the open. He is an incredible athlete. He's finished in the top like 99.92%. Let's make that a bit prettier, of the open. And so he actually finished in the world 3,298th. So in the top 3,300 in the world. And in Australia, 181. So he, out of every single male in Australia, you would only find 180 males that fitter than him at this present time. And I actually went through the leaderboard just a little bit to try and find anyone who was his age, and he was the youngest person that I found. I'm sure there may be someone there that I couldn't find, but he was the youngest person I found. So well done, Tommy. Amazing performance. We're all very proud of you. Good job. Now, this is for all the people. I'm going to go through all the people who signed up for the open, not all the people who competed in the teams. That's a little bit different. But all the people who signed up, I can definitively say you are the fittest in the whatever. Our good friend Glenn, who didn't hit any of the Fridays but was smashing them on the Mondays, he is, and this is everyone's age category in everyone's Australia. So in his age category in Australia, he is the 101st fittest male. So that is pretty cool, pretty good place to be in that regard. We have Boobity, who is in the open category. He's versus everyone, and he's not a spring chicken. He's, getting on in the years, but he's 1263 in Australia. So well done, Boob. That's a big, big effort to get that high in that position. Courtney, 636 in Australia. Incredible performance, super crazy. And then check this one out. Jezza and myself, we are in the same age category and we finished 10 places apart, which is crazy. Jezza on 343 and myself on 333. So me and Jez, we're gonna go head to head. He got me in yesterday's Cindy workout, but I have a new guy to attack. Rosie finished in the quarterfinals %, so Rosie's been demolishing. She's an open category, big number there. Boob finished in the top 25% as well. Love that. Holly Masters, 279th in her age category. My sister, 370th, that's my older sister. My mum, 43rd in her age category in Australia. 43rd, that's crazy, it's hard to live up to. Big Sammy, 248th in his category. Oh, these numbers just fucking blow my mind. Dan Macker, who's old now too, 899, he's in the same category as me, so cop that, Dan. Emma, 331 in her category, or 331? 331st. Haven't said that much. Cool, and we got some pretty hectic numbers coming up. Mandy, or as I like to call her now, Android 16, is 16th in her category. 16th. Cool. The big Max Seaton DNF. But he's a beast, we love him. Okay, Micah, 36th in his category. Holy crap, these are some crazy numbers. Jess is unfortunately at the very end of her category. So she's against everyone younger than her, but still, amazing effort. 31.82, 31.82nd in her category, so the open female. Well done, Jess. Great job. Peter Seaton, 17th in his category. 17th fittest old dude in Australia and stuff. I'm gonna call him old because he is wonderful and I love having him here. Danny Hunter, 319th in her category. Diane, this may be the highest number I have, 11, cranking on that top 10, knocking on the door going, excuse me, there's only 10 ladies fitter than me in the country, and get out of my way. We have Paige as well, nailing it, 3,792nd, got that one right. Lara, 153rd in her category. Rich, 1440th in his category. And then Ali, Jared, and Joel all had DNFs at the end. Didn't finish all three, but all participated. Joel participated by just donating money to CrossFit, but didn't do any of the workouts. Where are you, Joel? We want you here. But they're all the people that signed up for the Open and did an amazing job. And then in the teams, I've got the teams here written down as well. I'm not going to read out everyone on every team, but let me run through the scoring and then the finale of who is the winner. Last week's score, Team Tom was up by 2 points. 148 versus 146. Then by the end of the week, or the stuff that happened inside the gym, the lead increased to 7 points because Tommy has a slight advantage because he coached all Monday and coached a bunch of people. Well, 5 points in the lead for Team Tommy. Then we have the people who registered for the Open and registered their Open scores, also all the judging and all those type of things. And that score brought the tally back down to, it was 5, and then it went 1 point back into Team Zach's number, and the numbers are just all over the place. So it was about, I can quickly work it out. It was like 205 versus like 203 or something like that. Anyway, Zach's team was in front, and then if you watched last week's Week in Review, there were opportunities. There was 3 opportunities to get things going on the leaderboard. Cool. So opportunity number 1, to leave a review, and this is where Team Tommy just absolutely obliterated. They left 7 reviews from Team Tommy versus 4 reviews from Team Zach. And that's not a slight at anyone. That's 35 points versus 20 points. So then Team Tommy jumped in the lead by a fairly large margin in that regard. Now, can you claw it back? There were more opportunities to claw it back as well by leaving comments, leaving Facebook comments, Facebook reviews, but I counted that in reviews. And there was a code word right at the end, which only one person found in the workout. So, and that was on Team Tommy as well. And then we had leaving comments on here, Sammy, Marnie, Marin, Boob. It was basically 50-50 for Team Tommy, Team Zach. So it came out in the end that the final score, 224 points, Team Zach, to 241 points for Team Tommy. So, Team Tommy, I'll put the names in the credits. You guys get to write your name on the top. Team Zach, you guys get to put your names on the bottom. I'll go get a gold pen and a silver pen from, that thing's heavy, from Officeworks, and we will have everyone write their names on there, and that will be awesome. And that was probably the best Open I think I've ever had at the gym. So I want to say I appreciate you guys in enabling me to run that Open and bringing the energy, bringing the vibe, having something fun like this. We'll definitely do it again in next year, and we'll go from there. Cool. So there it is. And this video is already 20 minutes long. I'll edit it down, but holy shit, I apologize. Events coming up. Not Easter, so Easter this weekend. Next weekend, I'm gonna go mountain biking the week after Easter. I'll put a thing up, come along on a Saturday, midday to the Uis. Let's roll. All right. That's a fucking long video. It's gonna take me forever to edit. Let me put this back. Bam!